welcome back to our channel Chemistry with RK. So this is our continuation video on ionic equilibrium and the second lecture on this particular chapter actually. So in the previous video we have discussed about the introduction of ionic equilibrium and then followed by Robert Boyle's acid-base theory, and then later we have discussed Arrhenius acid-base theory. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and then don't forget to click on the bell icon to get the regular updates, and then please do watch the first lecture on this ionic equilibrium. Okay, so if you see in this video we are going to talk about the Bronsted acid-base theory and then several very important previous year JEE questions which we have got in our previous competitive exams. So without any delay, let us move into our today's lecture, that is Bronsted-Lowry theory. Okay, and now according to this Bronsted-Lowry theory, an acid is the chemical substance which have a tendency to donate a proton. Yes, very important. So according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, acid is a proton donor. Okay, so proton को donate करने वाले चीज को like we can able to call it as Bronsted acid particularly. Okay, so yes, if you can see, an acid is the chemical species which can donate a proton. Yes, okay, so is called as a Bronsted acid. So in other words, we have another term, that is protogenic. What do you mean by protogenic? Again, it also gives the same meaning that proton donor. Protogenic is proton donor. Okay, so what we can understand here is Bronsted acid is generally a proton donor, so which have a tendency to donate a proton. H2O है तो इससे H plus जा सकता है, OH minus बन सकता है, right? So we can call it as H2O is a Bronsted acid. Similarly NH3 भी है, so इसमें से भी H plus जा सकता है, NH2 minus we can able to get. So likewise, I have given so many examples, so just to try to understand. So now quite opposite to this, acid is nothing but Bronsted base. What is that Bronsted base? Bronsted base is nothing but proton acceptor. Simple. Okay, simple way to understand is proton acceptor. So Bronsted acid is proton donor, Bronsted base is proton acceptor. So which mean that a chemical species which have a tendency to accept a proton is generally termed as Bronsted base. Okay, and now if you observe the examples I have given here is, yes, you know, generally if you observe HCl and water here, okay, so HCl में से proton जा रहा है, okay, and then it is going to give us Cl minus, and then H2O को एक proton add कर रहा है, so it is going to give us H3O plus. And now among these two, HCl is donating a proton. Obviously it is going to behave as a Bronsted acid. And then H2O is taking or accepting a proton, so H2O is going to behave as a Bronsted base. Okay, so within a chemical reaction we can have a Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base. Okay, and now likewise if you see here, I gave you CH3COOH and water is there. So since this is donating a proton to this, and now we are going to get CH3CO minus, and then what is that? H3O plus. So since it is donating a proton, so this is Bronsted acid, accepting a proton, Bronsted base. Similarly NH4 plus है, water के साथ react कर रहे, तो we are going to get NH3 plus H3O plus. Okay, and now if you observe, this NH4 plus is converted into NH3, which mean that this is the proton donor here. It is donating a proton, so this is obviously termed as Bronsted acid. It is accepting a proton and converting into H3O plus. देखो what is the difference here? That is H2O से H3O plus बन गया, so एक proton ज़्यादा आ गया. Okay, so obviously this is going to be Bronsted base. Similarly, yes, if you observe NH3 and water, we can able to get NH4 plus OH minus. So NH4 plus आ रहा है तो एक proton इसको add कर रहे हैं, so obviously this is going to behave as a Bronsted base. And then this is losing a proton को donate कर रहे हैं, तो obviously Bronsted acid. Similarly, you know, these two examples also, please have a look. Okay, and then next if we move, you know, I gave you bunch of examples. I gave so many different bunch of examples. So just one thing you have to understand is Bronsted base. Definitions are very important. अगर तुमको definition समझ में आ गया, yes, you can able to apply that here. So चलो, let us just take one more example here. Sir, NO2 minus है, H2O है, तो NO2 माइनस जो है ये HNO2 बन गया, तो NO2 माइनस ने एक प्रोटॉन को एक्सेप्ट किया, सो प्रोटॉन एक्सेप्टर इज कॉल्ड एज ब्रॉन्स्टेड बेस, एंड नाउ इसने प्रोटॉन को डोनेट किया तो ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड, ओके, इट इज बिहेव एज ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड, क्लियर? And then next, so let us see what is neutralization according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. So going back to our previous lecture, according to Arrhenius theory, neutralization is formation of salt by combining acid and base, right? So now coming back to our Bronsted-Lowry theory, the concept of neutralization is explained by transfer of a proton from acid to base. Simple. Transfer of a proton from acid to base. Which acid to which base? Bronsted acid to Bronsted base. That's it. So if you see HCl and water, and now if you observe HCl से Cl minus बन रहे, H2O से H3O plus बन रहे. So now this is donating a proton. Proton donor is Bronsted acid. It is accepting a proton, so Bronsted base. And now देखो अभी neutralization का meaning क्या है? Transfer of a proton from acid to base. Here you can observe that there is a proton being transferred from Bronsted acid to Bronsted base, nothing but neutralization. So similarly I gave you two examples, so please try to understand. And in all the above cases we can observe there is a transfer of proton from acid, that is Bronsted acid, to Bronsted base, yes, which is actually called as neutralization reaction. And then next let's see what is a conjugate acid base pair. This is very important, so you can able to get questions from any part of this particular concept. Very careful, okay? So conjugate acid base pair का meaning क्या है? Sir, generally conjugate acid base pair is an acid base pair which differs by one proton. Yes, one proton, very important. इससे पहले let me just tell you one thing, that is by transferring a proton from Bronsted acid to Bronsted base, we are going to get some certain chemical species, right? So इधर देखो HCl से H2O में एक प्रोटॉन ट्रांसफर होने के बाद इधर जो आपको केमिकल स्पीसीज मिल रहे हैं उसको भी हम कुछ नाम दे सकते हैं. And now since this is a Bronsted acid, ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड से एक प्रोटॉन जाने के बाद जो स्पीसीज हमको मिलेगा वो हमको कॉन्जुगेट बेस बन जाएगा. ओके, सो ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड से हमको वी आर गोइंग टू गेट इट्स करस्पॉन्डिंग कॉन्जुगेट बेस. एंड देन ब्रॉन्स्टेड बेस ने एक प्रोटॉन को एक्सेप्ट करने के बाद जो स्पीसीज हमको मिलने के लिए आ रहा है दैट विल बी द कॉन्जुगेट एसिड. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? Okay, so let me just write down here clearly, that is suppose let's say we have a Bronsted acid and now we have a Bronsted base. So इन दोनों के बीच में रिएक्शन होने के बाद जो स्पीसीज हमको मिलेगा that will be called as conjugate. So let's say this is a Bronsted acid, so obviously it is going to lose a proton, right? So proton donor है से ये जो ब्रॉन्स्टेड बेस है ये क्या है? प्रोटॉन एक्सेप्टर है. एंड नाउ ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड ने एक प्रोटॉन को डोनेट करने के बाद जो स्पीसीज हमको दे रहा है दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज कॉन्जुगेट बेस. एंड नाउ ब्रॉन्स्टेड बेस जो है एक प्रोटॉन को एक्सेप्ट करने के बाद हमको देगा ये है हमारा कॉन्जुगेट एसिड. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्लियर? Right, very important. And now if you observe in between this Bronsted acid and its corresponding conjugate base, or maybe Bronsted base and its corresponding conjugate acid, how many proton difference we are going to see? Obviously we are going to see the one proton difference, right? इसने एक प्रोटॉन दे रहा है, इसने एक प्रोटॉन ले रहा है, इसने एक प्रोटॉन देकर इसको कॉन्जुगेट बेस बना रहे हैं, इसने एक प्रोटॉन लेकर इसका कॉन्जुगेट एसिड बना रहे हैं. Right? So that is how we are going to get a term called as conjugate acid base pair. Very important, conjugate acid base pair. Okay, right, which means that an acid base pair which differs by one proton. देखो इधर example देखो. Yes, let me take one more example. Sir, हमारे पास HCl है और H2O है. अभी देखो इन दोनों के बीच में रिएक्शन होने के बाद we are going to get Cl minus and then we are going to get H3O plus as well. देखो what is that you observe from these two? What is that you observe from these two? सर ये तो एक प्रोटॉन लूज हो रहा है, तो ये है ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड। अभी ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड से जो स्पीसीज बन रहे हैं, व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज गोइंग टू बी द कॉन्जुगेट बेस। एंड नाउ इफ यू ऑब्जर्व this is also going to be what do you say, H2O. H2O is accepting a proton. If you see, that is going to behave as a Bronsted base. And now उसके बाद ये जो species बना रहे हैं, ये है हमारा conjugate acid, right? Hope it is clear. And now if you observe the conjugate acid base pair, yes, this is Bronsted acid, this is its conjugate base, which mean that this is said to be a conjugate acid base pair. Yes, and likewise we can also call this also conjugate acid base pair. And now if you observe carefully, they have a difference of one proton. Yes, HCl Cl minus one proton difference, H2O H3O plus one proton difference, hence they are said to be conjugate acid base pair. Yeah, by observing these two examples, you can understand what is a conjugate acid base pair. You please drop your queries in the comment section. I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. Okay, and then next let us just look at this conjugate acid. How we are going to get a conjugate acid? Yes, please try to tell how we are going to get a conjugate acid. Conjugate acid हमको कैसे मिल रहा है? How we are going to get a conjugate acid? Come on, please you try to tell the answer. Conjugate acid is formed by Bronsted base को एक H plus add करने से मिल रहा है. Is it right or wrong? You please try to understand. By adding H plus ion to the given Bronsted base, we are going to get its corresponding conjugate acid. Yes, the same thing I have given here. Conjugate acid is formed by addition of a proton to a Bronsted base. Simple, right? Hope it is clear. And the questions will come more often from this particular part, so please be careful. And then how to define about conjugate base, how it is going to form. So conjugate base is formed from Bronsted acid से एक प्रोटॉन एलिमिनेट करने से conjugate base बन जाएगा. सर conjugate acid कैसा बन गया? It is formed by addition of a proton to Bronsted base. Conjugate base कैसा बन गया? Bronsted acid से एक प्रोटॉन एलिमिनेट करके, right? Yes. Yeah, let us just talk about the term conjugate acid. So conjugate acid is formed by base plus H plus. Suppose let's say I have given you a base. So I'll just go on writing here the bases, and then you please try to tell me the corresponding conjugate acids. उसका corresponding conjugate acid क्या आएगा? क्या आएगा? तो इसको एक प्रोटॉन ऐड करो, इसका प्रोटॉन ऐड करो. अगर क्वेश्चन में if they are asking us to find out the conjugate acid, एसिड पूछ रहे तो एक प्रोटॉन ऐड करो बस. दैट्स इट, दैट्स द ओनली थिंग यू हैव टू डू. कॉन्जुगेट एसिड पूछ रहे तो प्लस H प्लस करना है, ये तो वाटर मिलेगा तो इधर OH माइनस मिलेगा. वाई सर? सर एक्चुअली O के ऊपर -2 चार्ज है, तो हम एक प्लस चार्ज को अंदर ला रहे हैं, तो सो वन नेगेटिव विल डिक्रीज, राइट? Yes, that is how you have to balance the charges also. So if you have suppose let's say HSO4 minus है, okay, तो conjugate acid पूछ रहे, so let us just worry about the conjugate acids for all of this. Okay, so conjugate acid बोल रहे तो H plus add करो तो क्या आएगा? H2SO4 आएगा, right? So this is the conjugate acid for this species. Okay, right? Similarly sir HCO3 minus है, conjugate acid क्या बनेगा? चलो have a guess fast. So before I give the answer you have to respond. Okay sir, अगर हमारे पास Cn minus है तो उसका conjugate acid क्या बनेगा sir? HCN sir, because positive and negative gets neutralized. Okay, and then next yes, I have given so many examples, so you just please observe all of them. Sir conjugate acid बोलो इसका, sorry इसका बोलो, yes ClO4 minus का बोलो. So it will be, you know, we have to add a H plus and then it is going to be HClO4. That's it. And then Br minus का HBr, Cl minus का HCl, H okay, I already gave you this, so let me just change this. SO4 minus 2 का क्या आएगा? HSO4 minus आएगा. Okay, right. So just what you need to do is you have to add a proton. एक proton add करो, then you will be getting the conjugate acid. Yes, you observe here I gave so many. Okay, yes. So even in this, even among this, if you have any queries, yeah, you please try to just ask me in the comment section, okay? And then next, conjugate base. Yes, conjugate base. If they are worried about conjugate bases, what we need to do? Eliminate a proton, remove a proton, that's it, okay? Abhi dekho, yes, you have HClO4, my HClO4, तो इसका corresponding conjugate base क्या बनेगा? एक proton को eliminate करो, that's it, you are going to get ClO4 minus is the corresponding conjugate base. अभी sir मेरे पास HBr है, तो इसको भी, so I am now worried about conjugate bases, and now you need to remove a proton, चलो Br minus, and then HCl है, तो Cl minus, right? Likewise, just make sure the question is clear to you. अगर conjugate acid पूछ रहे तो proton को add करो. Conjugate base पूछ रहे तो you just try to eliminate a proton. Okay? So yes, I gave so many examples here also. Have a look. Yeah, let me just go back. Let me just go back to this particular example. Very beautiful example. Okay, so let me just take here, that is AlH2O taken 6 plus 3, and now I am asking you the corresponding conjugate base. Uska base kya hai? Base, conjugate base. I have given you this, and now asking you to find out the conjugate base of this. Now conjugate base kaise form hoga? Conjugate base kaise form hoga? ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड से फॉर्म होगा. ब्रॉन्स्टेड एसिड से कैसे फॉर्म होगा? एक प्रोटॉन को एलिमिनेट करके फॉर्म होगा. सर अभी इस चीज में, इस स्पीसीज में हाइड्रोजन तो अभी वाटर मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर है, तो उधर से निकालो, क्या है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. एक H2O को बाहर निकालो, 5 रहेगा, और उस H2O में से भी एक H प्लस को निकाल के, यस. एंड नाउ व्हाट इज द चार्ज? What is the charge? Charge will be +2 because एक H plus को remove कर रहे हैं. So you are taking out a positive charge, so that will decrease. So +2. Hope it is clear. You just try to do the conjugate base for this one, that is CONH3 taken 6 and then +3. Yes, you please try to have idea about the conjugate base. So what is the conjugate base of this species? Come on, I am going to give you the answer. Please, before I write the answer, you have to be ready with your answers. Okay, so एक NH3 बाहर निकाल दो और उसमें से एक हाइड्रोजन निकालने के बाद what you are going to get? Yes, hope it is clear. Observe that. Right, okay. So likewise, we have so many examples. So please have a look. And then next we have. This is very important. Yeah, these two statements are going to give us so much of confidence, that is in the concept, that is all strong acids gives weak conjugate bases. Keep this point in mind. Okay, all strong acids jo hai, they are going to give us weak conjugate bases. The base we are going to get from a strong acid is going to be weak, and vice versa. And uska opposite statement hai, all weak acids give strong conjugate base. Weak acid है तो उसका जो corresponding base बनेगा वो strong होगा. And if we have a strong acid है तो उसका जो base बनेगा वो weak होगा. Right, very important. So you please try to understand, strong acids gives weak conjugate base, weak acids gives strong conjugate base. Next is basicity, proticity of Bronsted acid. Yes, generally acids will have basicity, which is also called as proticity, and then bases will have acidity, which is also called as hydroxycity. Okay, which I have given in the next one, that is acidity and hydroxycity of a base. Yes. Let me take an example to explain that much more easier. That is, we have HF, HCl, HBr, and then HI, suppose. And now this HF, generally what happens to the acidic nature from HF to HI? What happens to acidic nature with your idea? Okay, so let me tell you. So if you don't know the answer, just wait for the answer. Don't worry, I'll be explaining you. So sir, generally acidic, most acidic or more acidic, how do we define that? So generally, you know, acids generally have a tendency to donate a proton. Yes, all of them can able to donate a proton. And now which one is going to be the strong one? The one which loses easily, right? The one which loses H plus ion easily is said to be strong. And now how to define that? Sir, generally HF में हमारा bond length देखे तो it will be lesser. And now when you move to HCl, yes, comparably more, and then HBr का और थोड़ा ज़्यादा होगा, and then HI का, yes, it will be much more. More longer the bond, easier to break it. Is it right? Yes. So ज़्यादा bond length है तो उस bond को हम easily break कर सकता है. Okay. And now where do you see the more bond length in HI case? So what does it mean? HI से H plus आना बहुत easy है. So this is going to be the strong acid among these four. Hope you understood. And now if this is stronger, so let me just write down acidic nature का order जो हमको मिलेगा, that will be HI, HBr, HCl and then HF, right? And now देखो ये जो strong acid है इसमें से बनेगा वो जो conjugate base will be the weak one which is said to be I minus. इधर से क्या बनेगा Br minus, इधर से क्या बनेगा Cl minus, इधर से F minus. And now since HI is stronger acid, उसका जो conjugate base nature, conjugate basic nature is going to be the opposite one. That's what the meaning for this. Very important. I have included few questions. Don't worry. Hope it is clear. Strong acid से weak conjugate base बनेगा, weak acid से strong conjugate base बनेगा, and then later we have basicity. Generally, acids will have a property called as basicity, which is also termed as a proticity, which is also called as proticity. एंड सिमिलरली इधर बेस है तो उसका जो टर्म हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं वो एसिडिटी है. What is that? Acidity, which is also called as hydroxicity. And now what exactly is this acidity and basicity? Let us see. Sir, basicity is the number of H plus ions produced in the dissociation of 1 mole or 1 molecule of an acid. Okay, 1 mole of acid से हमको जितना H plus ions मिलेगा, that is nothing but the basicity, which is nothing but N factor. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so N factor very important, very important. अगर हम N factor लेना skip किए, so we are going to get a different answer, which must be there among the 4 options, and you are going to select that, and you are going to get a -1 mark for that question, which is actually an easy one. Okay, so be careful. Acids which gives 1, 2, 3 H plus ions are called as monobasic. Yes, अगर एक acid है तो उसमें से only 1 H plus ion मिल रहे तो that is monobasic acid. अगर कुछ acid है तो उससे 2 H plus ion मिल रहा है dissociation में, so it is said to be dibasic acid. 3 H plus ions tribasic acid and so on, right? Yeah, very important. And then if you observe, just let us have a discussion about this. Sir, acid है तो dissociations भी दिया, इसका basicity 1 है because we are going to get only 1 H plus, 2 H plus, dibasic, 1 H plus, monobasic. So here we have acetic acid because we get only 1 H plus, it is said to be monobasic. H3PO4 है phosphoric acid, so where we are going to have 3 H plus, ये है phosphorus acid. Out of these 3 H plus ion, 3 hydrogens, we are going to get only 2 H plus ions. On what basis we define? Based upon the structure, right? So H3PO3 का structure कैसा होता है, H3PO4 का एक बार लिखेंगे. So sir, this is what H3PO4 का structure हमको ऐसा दिखेगा. Okay, right? Superb. So here this hydrogen will come out, this hydrogen will come out, this hydrogen will come out. Generally the hydrogens which are attached to oxygen can undergo easier dissociation. So H3PO4 में 3 OH groups है तो 3 hydrogens भी बाहर आएगा, and the H3PO3 में ऐसा नहीं रहता. H3PO3 में you are going to have only 2 OH groups. Okay, 2 OH groups. So obviously these 2 hydrogens are going to come out, not this. So ये जो pH bond है वो बहुत strong होता है, so obviously it generally can't dissociate that easier. So here OH bonds are responsible for the basicity, for orthophosphorus. Okay, and then this is hypophosphorus, very good. And now if you try to draw the structure, even we have only one OH group, so the basicity will be 1. Okay, these 3 questions generally the students will feel difficulty. Okay, just don't go just by looking at the number of hydrogens, don't decide its basicity. Okay, so इसमें 3 है तो 3 आया, इसमें 3 है इसमें 2 आया. So, okay, please try to have an idea about their structures also. That I will include in the chemical bonding. मेरा chemical bonding का lectures में structures कैसे draw करना, everything you can understand. Okay, right. And now if you observe this, that is, yeah, acidity of a base is the number of OH minus. Basicity is number of H plus. Acidity is the number of OH minus ions. Okay, right. If one OH minus आ रहा है तो monoacidic base है. If a base is going to give us 2 OH minus ions, then it is a diacidic base. If it is going to give a 3 OH minus ions, then it is a triacidic base. Okay, so just have a look. Right, I have given several examples, so please go through them. Okay, right. NaOH, 1 OH group है, monoacidic base है, 1 OH monoacidic, 1 OH monobasic, and then 2 OH minus diacidic base, 2 OH, 2 OH, 3 OH triacidic. So likewise, so these are the bases I have taken to discuss the corresponding N factors, which is acidity or hydroxycity. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, that is the merits of Bronsted-Lowry theory. Yes. So actually, going back to Arrhenius theory, we did not find the proper explanation or a proper way of understanding in the non-aqueous solutions, right? But that particular drawback is overcome by this particular Bronsted-Lowry. That is, Bronsted-Lowry theory explained acid-base behavior even in non-aqueous solutions also, right? In the beginning, I have taken some examples that HCl is taken in H2O, NH3 taken in H2O, right? So, even we can get the information in Bronsted-Lowry theory in the non-aqueous solutions as well. Okay, and then it explains about the basic nature of, yes, and actually here NH3 has a tendency to accept a proton, right? Similarly, PH3 is also having a tendency to accept a proton. So that's why, generally according to this Bronsted-Lowry theory, proton acceptors are what? Bronsted bases. And next, if you move to the demerits, yes, we have few demerits also, like so many, what do you say that? Points have not explained by this particular Bronsted-Lowry, that is, proton donation or acceptance only happens in the presence of other substance. Yes, so it could be a solvent, right? So yes, if you have just HCl and then if you don't have any opponent substance like water or whatever, NH3 example, so then we can't able to identify or we can't able to define which is Bronsted acid and which is Bronsted base. So here, that is the point here, the proton donation and acceptance only happens in the presence of other substance. Okay, so it doesn't explain so the next, it doesn't explain the acidic nature of electron deficient substances, right? This was the drawback which we have seen in the Arrhenius theory as well. Okay, so that is BF3 and then AlCl3, FeCl3 and etc. So these are generally acidic in nature, but these acidic natures also not explained by this Bronsted-Lowry theory. So this is also one of the drawback. And then same thing, that is the fail to explain the acidic nature of non-metallic oxides. Yes, this was the drawback we have seen in the case of Arrhenius theory as well. So please, if you didn't watch my Arrhenius theory, that is acid-base theory, is the first lecture on this ionic equilibrium. So please do watch that so that you can understand this particular video also beautifully. Okay, yes. So I have taken few examples in that, that is SO2, which is a non-metallic oxide, CO2, which is also a non-metallic oxide, SO3 is also a non-metallic oxides. Yes, so these are generally acidic in nature because they give acids in water. Okay, so yes, if you see this SO2, when we have taking in this water, then we are going to get H2SO3, which is sulfurous acid. Similarly, CO2 bhi water mein liya, then we are going to get H2CO3, then it is carbonic acid. Similarly, SO3 taken in H2O is going to get H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. So generally non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So this particular theory is also not given by this Bronsted-Lowry. Similarly, it failed to explain the basic nature of metallic oxides. Yes, similarly what we can understand, if we take a metallic oxide and then takes in water, then we are going to get the corresponding hydroxide, which is a base. Similarly you may take calcium oxide also, so if you take it in water, then we are going to get calcium hydroxide. So metallic oxides, so these two are metallic oxide. Not only these two, generally metal oxides are basic in nature because they give bases in water. Okay, so these are the drawbacks of what Bronsted-Lowry theory. Okay, so let us just move into, yes, here this is very important. Like whatever we have discussed till now, let us just cross check ourselves how much concept you have understood, like from my explanation. So this is the problem zone, so please try to solve these particular problems on your own. Okay, so without looking into that particular explanation part. Anyway, you can able to download this particular PDF. Just I am going to give you a barcode in the end of the video, and then you can able to download that. Okay, just before that you please try to ready with your answers actually. So let's see the first question, that is find the conjugate base of the following. Yes, okay, so what is a conjugate base actually? Okay, so conjugate base, come on please, you please ready with your answers. Conjugate base is nothing but the Bronsted acid what minus H plus. Yes, very important. So what we need to do is misake hydrogen ko nikal do, right? So here they have given, that is CuNH3, that is the complex they have given. So this type of questions I have solved during my lecture itself. So this is actually the given species. From this we need to remove a proton, so that we are going to get its corresponding conjugate base. So what is that? It could be, what we need to do in charo ammonia molecule से एक ammonia molecule बाहर निकाल दो, and then from one of the NH3 you please take out one H plus, giving us CuNH3 taken thrice NH2 whole plus. Okay, so yes, that is what we have got here. And then similarly CrH2O. Okay, so if you just go to this, that is CrH2O taken 6, and then I think it is plus 3. Okay, yeah, plus 3. And then what we need to do again, we have to remove H plus, and then what we are going to get CrH2O. So 6 H2O molecules से एक H2O बाहर निकाल दो, and उसमें से एक H plus भी बाहर निकाल दो, and then we are going to get plus 2, right? So please be careful with the charges. Okay, yes, when you are taking out a positive charge, so obviously plus 3 में से एक positive निकल रहे तो plus 2 आ जाएगा, right? Yes, please be careful. And then next, this question is very beautiful and then most frequent question in different competitive exams. Okay, so they will be giving us different species, and then they will be asking us how many of them can able to behave as both Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted bases. So what does it mean? What do you mean by both Bronsted acid and Bronsted base? So it must have a tendency to lose a proton, at the same time it must have a tendency to accept a proton, right? And generally if a species is behaving as both acid and base, if it can react with both acid and base, then we are going to call it as, generally that type of species we call it as an amphoteric species, right? So here this the question is related to the same, that is both Bronsted acid and Bronsted base. Instead of asking you both Bronsted acid and Bronsted base, they can ask which of the following chemical species are amphoteric in nature according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. So again we have to take the same particular concept here and then get our answer, right? So let us take the first few options are given here, that is NH3. Yes, I have explanations also, just let us just try to understand this. So NH3, yes, let us see the options here. NH3 hai, so NH3 can able to lose a proton and then becomes NH2 minus, where it is going to act as a Bronsted acid. And then similarly the same NH3 can able to accept a proton and then becoming a NH4 plus ammonium ion, which is going to behave as a Bronsted base. So obviously our NH3 is going to be one of the option. So next is HSO4 minus, bisulfate ion. So bisulfate ion may be, so it has a hydrogen to undergo dissociation to come out as H plus and then giving us SO4 minus 2. And then similarly, it can able to accept a proton to give us sulfuric acid. Again, it is going to behave as a Bronsted base. So obviously this is also our answer. H2SO4 जो है इसमें से एक हाइड्रोजन H प्लस के जैसे बाहर जाने का चॉइस है पर गेन करने का चॉइस नहीं है. So which mean that it can able to behave only as a Bronsted acid but not Bronsted base. So this option is eliminated. And then HCO3 minus, that is bicarbonate ion. So bicarbonate ion भी same है, it can able to lose a proton. It has a replaceable hydrogen, it has a dissociable hydrogen in the form of H plus, giving us CO3 minus to carbonate ion, going to behave as a Bronsted acid. Similarly, it can able to accept a proton, giving us H2CO3 carbonic acid, behaving as Bronsted base as well, right? So hope it is clear. And then actually the concept behind this, generally people feel it a bit tough, but once if you understand, then it will be the easiest one. So this is the expected and very important concepts in this particular chapter. So we can expect a question from this in the different competitive exams. Okay, so let us just continue. That is the next one is H3PO4. We have, that is phosphoric acid. Again, this can't accept a proton, so it is not going to behave as a Bronsted base, but it has 3 replaceable hydrogens, phosphoric acid. Just few minutes back I have explained by taking its particular structure. So please just go back if you have any doubts in that. And then it can able to lose a proton to give us H2PO4 minus, that is dihydrogen phosphate ion. And then similarly OH minus. So this is not going to behave as a amphoteric species. That is, it can't behave as both acid and base, Bronsted acid and Bronsted base. And then next is OH minus. So OH minus को दोनों tendencies है. It can able to lose a proton becoming O minus 2, and it can able to gain a proton becoming H2O. So which mean that it can able to act as both Bronsted acid and Bronsted base. Similarly, we have bisulfide ion. Okay, bisulfide ion, that is HS minus, can behave both acid as well as base, because by losing it is going to become S minus 2, and then it can able to accept a proton and becoming H2S as well. So next, if we look at water, okay, we have water actually. So then if you look at water, it has both tendencies. It can able to lose a proton becoming OH minus, behaving as a Bronsted acid. H2O can accept a proton and becoming H3O plus as well. Okay, and the next so it can able to behave as both Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base. Next is acetic acid. Sir, इसमें से एक proton निकालने के बाद we can able to look at acetate ion, that is CH3COO minus, which can behave as Bronsted acid. And then at the same time it can able to accept a proton to give us CH3COO H2. There will be a positive charge. Anyway, it is going to go out in the form of water, but this species exists actually. Okay, so this species soon it will lose a water molecule to give us the same CH3COO minus. So generally, according to this Bronsted-Lowry theory, it can able to behave as both Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base. And the next is SO4 minus 2 hai, sulfate ion, just simple sulfate ion. So it has no hydrogens to lose a proton, as a proton, right? But at the same time, it has a tendency to accept a proton. So it can able to give us HSO4 minus. So it can able to behave as a Bronsted base but not Bronsted acid. And then NH4 plus. Yes, if you observe this NH4 plus जो है उसमें से H plus ion बाहर निकलने का choice है. So it can able to give out H plus, giving us NH3, which is going to behave as a Bronsted acid. And then similarly, it has no option to gain another or to accept another H plus, so it is not going to behave as a Bronsted base. So this is not both Bronsted acid and Bronsted base. This is also not. And then H3O plus को भी choice नहीं है, that is, it can able to lose a proton but not accept a proton. So this is also not going to behave as a Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base. Okay. So these are the examples I have taken. So likewise, you will see so many different examples in different books. So please do solve. Please do solve. Just don't depend on my lecture. You can understand the importance of my lecture only when you try to solve the questions from different books. After listening to the class, after listening to my lecture, please do try to solve some questions from different books or maybe previous JEE questions or NEET questions or advanced questions, then you can able to solve. Yes, that will be the biggest gift to me from your side. Okay, so please do that. And the next, identify the conjugate acid base pairs. Yes, so just this is the simplest so this is a simple equation type of question I have taken from from various books. So that is HNO3 reacting with N2H4 giving us NHN. So let's see the next question, that is identify the conjugate acid base pairs in the following reactions. Yes, so these are generally, I have picked these questions from different books just to give you some more easier way of understanding in identifying conjugate acid base. So simple, we can understand that which has a difference of one H plus ion or one proton difference need to be there, right? So if you see HNO3 जो इधर है, इधर क्या बन गया NO3 minus, so obviously there is a proton difference. So this is one conjugate acid base pair, and now this is N2H4 hydrazine. Actually we call it as hydrazine, and the importance of this particular compound is huge in the case of carbonyl compounds. Generally by using this particular reagent we can able to convert carbonyl compounds, especially aldehydes and ketones, into alkanes. This particular reagent is used in Wolff-Kishner reduction, which is a beautiful name reaction that is also you are going to see in the organic course. Okay, right. So again, in addition to this N2H4, we have to take some alcoholic base also. It could be NaOH or KOH. So let us not talk about that organic part much. So here also you can see one particular proton difference, so conjugate acid base pair. Similarly here also H2PO4 minus we have, and then HPO4 minus 2 ban gaya. So there is a proton difference, and then here CO3 minus 2 to HCO3 minus. So proton difference is there. So just I have taken that example. And now this question is very important in terms of competitive exams. So this type of question generally ask more frequently in different exams actually. So these are the oxy acids of chlorine, if you are aware of it. So we call them as oxy acids of chlorine, where the chlorine's oxidation number here, so if you can calculate, and for this one also how to calculate oxidation numbers, I have made a video on this finding the oxidation number. This will be available in my playlist that is in stoichiometry. Okay, so please do watch that if you are having any problem in that oxidation number calculation. And then here it is +3, and here it is +5, and in HClO4 it is +7. Okay, so first of all let us see what is the question is, which of the following is strongest acid? That is the question. So when we have oxy acids of a particular element, that is a particular element means here these are the oxy acids of chlorine. So how do we define in such case? Acidic strength generally directly proportional to the oxidation number of the central atom. This is the simple technique we generally follow to identify the strong acid when we have the oxy acids actually. Okay, so please take care of that. And a strong acid will give, yes we know very well, I told you, strong acid generally gives a weak conjugate base, and weak acid will give strong conjugate base, right? So it is strong acid will give weak conjugate base, and then weak acid will give strong conjugate base. So now let us see, instead of asking this question in this particular way, if they ask a strong base कौन सा होगा? So actually this is a weak acid, इसमें से जो बनेगा conjugate base will be strong. That will be the clear cut point here. Okay, so let me just explain you a bit deeper by taking the help of this particular explanation, so that if you see, yes HClO hai, HClO2, that is hypochlorous acid, chloric acid, perchloric acid, and now as we see the oxidation number is going on increasing, that obviously the acidic nature also increases, so acidic strength increases. So acidic strength order, if you just worry about the acidic strength order, so acidic strength order for oxy acids of chlorine, okay, this is going to be very important, oxy acids of chlorine. Okay, so yes, if you see this is the perchloric acid, and then chloric acid, and then chlorous acid, and then HClO, which is hypochlorous acid. Here the oxidation number is +7, and then it is +5, and then it is +3, and then it is +1. Okay, right. And now इसमें से जो conjugate bases बनेगा, that will be ClO4 minus, ClO3 minus, ClO2 minus, and then ClO minus. So obviously उसका order क्या होगा? Opposite होगा, conjugate base का order, conjugate base का order, right? Very important. You please try to have a look. Okay, so I have given here. So this is a weak acid, so its base will be the strong one. So this is a strong acid, so इसका base जो है weak होगा. Very important. Hope it is clear. And then next we have another question on the same basis. So just let us just see and try to get our answer. Okay, and now find acidic and basic natures in the increasing order, and here these are the oxy acids of not the same atom. If you see, these are the perchloric acid, perbromic acid, periodic acid. In तीनों में the central atom is different. So when central atom is different, better to go with electronegativity. Okay, so electronegativity, because if you try to check the oxidation numbers in all the cases, you will be getting +7. So then how to decide? Okay, so better you go with electronegativity. More the electronegativity, more the acidic nature. Acidic strength is directly proportional to electronegativity of the central atom. Okay, so here we know that from top to bottom generally electronegativity decreases. So which means that chlorine will have more electronegativity, that's why it will be more acidic, strong acid, and then weak acid. अगर strong as acidic nature का order लिखना है तो HClO4 and then greater than HbRO4 and then HiO4. This will be the acidic strength order. And what about the basic strength order? ClO4 minus less than BrO4 minus less than IO4 minus. Very important. Okay, so this is what we do in the case of such questions. So let us just take the next one. Yeah, which of the following have highest pKa? This question I have taken earlier. This question I have taken earlier. Please, if you watch the video already, you please try to guess your answer. So okay, highest pKa. So we know very well pKa is inversely proportional to acidic strength. Okay, pKa is inversely proportional to acidic strength. Highest pKa means least acidic. Least acidic. So least acidic कैसे define करते हैं? I have taken the help of the bond lengths, right? Yes, the ability to go as H plus ion will be tougher. So where it is HF? Yes, this is the what do you say, that weak acid actually. Weak acid, highest pKa. Okay, very important. I have taken several explanations, so please you try to understand that. Okay, beautiful explanation, so you can understand. Hope it is clear. And the next, if we move with this, yeah. So I have taken several examples. Order of acidic nature. Just now, if you can understand this, if you can understand this particular question, you can get the answer for this. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. Okay, so Hi, HBr, and if this is a strong acid, its base weak hoga. Yes, basic nature will be weak for this. And now next, I have taken same thing. Okay, HClO3, HbRO3, HiO3. Here the central atoms are different. Obviously, we need to go with their corresponding electronegativity. So electronegativity is more, obviously acidic nature is more. So the acidic nature will be more for HClO3, then followed by HbRO3 and then HiO3. And then their corresponding basic nature order will be quite opposite, that is ClO3 minus, BrO3 minus, IO3 minus. So the order will get reversed. So this particular example I have already taken just now, that is oxy acids of chlorine, that is oxidation number. It depends upon the oxidation number, right? So their basic nature order will be, again it gets reversed. So one thing you have to be very confident, that is the strong acid will give us weak conjugate base, and then weak acid will give strong conjugate base. Okay, and then next I have taken few organic acids acidic nature. How to define the formic acid, acetic acid? So let us take an example, that is RC double bond OOH. And now where this R group is any of the alkyl groups, we know methyl, ethyl, propyl, any of the alkyl groups. Let us not worry about that. But you know, the one point we need to understand, and then just taking the help of the inductive effect here. Generally, alkyl groups are electron donating groups. So electrons को donate करेगा. And now, which increases the electron density indirectly on the oxygen? अगर ऑक्सीजन का इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो हाइड्रोजन का रिमूवल विल बी टफ. अगर हाइड्रोजन बाहर जाने का चॉइसेस कम है तो जनरली इट इज गोइंग टू बिहेव एज अ वीक एसिड. यस, दिस इज द पॉइंट यू हैव टू कैच इट हियर, एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर टेक्निक वर्क्स एवरीवेयर. ओके, सो हियर वन थिंग वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, ये हाइड्रोजन बाहर जाने के लिए ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी कम रहना है. ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी कम रहने के लिए इधर इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप्स रहना है. सो इफ वी हैव अ इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग ग्रुप व्हिच इंक्रीजेस द ऑक्सीजन इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी व्हिच मेक्स द हाइड्रोजन रिमूवल टफर, सो व्हिच इज गोइंग टू बिहेव एज अ वीक एसिड. So now let us just try to compare the three examples I have given, that is formic acid, okay, formic acid, and then acetic acid. So you please be ready with your answers, okay, and then C2H5 and then COOH, yeah, which is propanoic acid. And now here R का place में H है, and then R का place में methyl, and then here it is ethyl. So where do you see more electron pushing, more electron donation? So here in the case of C2H5COOH, which increases the electron density of oxygen more, and then compared to this CH3COOH में ऑक्सीजन का electron density थोड़ा कम होगा, and then इसके ऊपर और कम होगा, and then the elimination or the removal of the hydrogen will become easier in the case of formic acid. Clear? 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 Hope it is clear. Okay? Yes, this is how we solve the what do you say that acidic nature of the organic acids especially. So if this is the acidic nature order, then obviously the next one is its corresponding basic nature order will be the quite opposite one. So by removing a hydrogen we are going to get formate ion, acetate ion, propanoate ion. So their corresponding basic natures will be opposite. And now similarly I have taken another example, that is the derivatives of acetic acid. So that is generally CH3COOH है, and then the next one is CH2 एक Cl है, and then COOH, and now we have one hydrogen, two chlorines, and COOH, and then all of them are chlorines. And now you please try to guess the answer. So what type of groups need to be there in order to behave as a strong acid? ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी को कम करने के लिए इधर इलेक्ट्रॉन विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप्स रहना है. हैलोजेंस आर वेरी गुड विथड्रॉइंग ग्रुप्स, वी नो. Okay, so keeping that point in mind, here there are no withdrawing groups, here one withdrawing group, here two chlorines, and then three chlorines. Obviously 3 chlorines can pull up to maximum extent, decreases the electron density of oxygen, making the hydrogen removal easier. So obviously, so if I just give them A, B, and then C, and then D, and then obviously the acidic nature order is going to be D greater than C greater than B greater than A. Hope it is clear, right? And then next iska corresponding basic nature order will be quite opposite. Yes, this is what we are following from the beginning. Okay, right? So we are going to get this. See, observe carefully. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so finally I have given a small hint to just understand. So perchloric acid is the strongest one, and then followed by HBr, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, H3O plus, and then followed by sulfurous acid, carbonic acid. Finally organic acids are weak acids compared to inorganic acids. Hope you like the video. So this is what I'm going to just end up with this particular information. Hope you like this particular Bronsted-Lowry theory. I have taken maximum number of examples within this video, so you please try to take the advantage of this. Okay, so please, before you start solving questions in different books, you please try to go through my lecture. That will help you up to maximum extent to solve any level questions. Okay, so before that, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, and then don't forget to click on the bell icon. I want you to just share my channel to your friends, those who are preparing for different competitive exams, and to get these notes as it is into your device. So you please try to scan this particular barcode, and then try to get the notes into your device. So that will help you. Yes, you are going to get as it is the notes. So with this, thank you so much. Signing off. See you with a new video on Lewis acid base theory.